Hey Danny, so this was your first game against the Lakers since the
Hmm.
final. Your teammate. Do you feel like there were any kind of sets or any kind of moments where you were able to sort of inject some knowledge as to what they would be running that kind of helped you guys a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, in the walkthrough, shoot around, of course, we know some of the stuff I know what they're running, but it doesn't matter what they're running because of the pieces they have. It's still hard to stop. Even at the end of the game, we knew it was coming, and they still got a good shot at the on goal, and they got an easy bucket. Obviously, we would learn from it. We adapt and adjust from it. I honestly think it shouldn't have came down to it. Shouldn't have got that close. We were up double digits most of the game, and us growing and showing some maturity. Hopefully, throughout the season, we'll continue to keep that lead and keep our foot on the gas. But yeah, we had too many lapses, too many lows of not playing solid offense and moving the ball, too many turnovers and bad shots on goal, and then defensively just a couple lapses.
Next question comes from Mark Medina.
Danny, good to see you.
So,
You've been on several different championship teams. I was wondering, how much do you see the early success and different things so far as signs that you guys can be part of that mix this season?
we have the potential. We have a chance. We have the talent. We have the pieces. We had some good chemistry at times. We showed lapses of us that we before COVID hit we were balling, and now we still show some signs of it. We show glimpses of it. The key is to try to do 48 minutes. Obviously, they're a tough team in the West, but the East is a little different. Different challenges, but we feel like we have enough to get it done and come out of the East. And then, if it gets face up against any of those Western teams, we have the depth to hopefully get people back. Mike Scott still unhealthy right now, but when we get 100% healthy and hopefully stay healthy, I think that's the key. I think we have a pretty good shot, and hopefully Joel stays healthy, and hopefully that tailbone is okay after that fall tonight. But even without him, we got to find ways to win. We got to find ways to execute and do things and grow and instead be mature in the future.
This question comes from Colin Carlin.
Is that?
Hey Danny, I wanted to get your point of view on the Tobias game winner. I guess Doc said it was kind of went to you. It was like a multiple action play and things like that. So what was your view and what was kind of your play that Tobias played at the end?
Well, I was taking the ball out. I was trying to get the ball in to see if we can get it to Joel, so we can get a quick one. But obviously they're not going to let him get it, so I got it to Seth, and they had an action for him, and I was being a corner. Hopefully, Tobias gets to his left hand. People know he's good going either way, but if he gets that left hand and gets a little bump, he can get some space and knock down a shot. If they come help, then it's me in the corner, but we knew they weren't going to help off the corner, and he was going to have his guy hopefully on a switch on a one-on-one, and he got what we needed, and he made a big-time shot, man, and I couldn't be any happier for the guy and for us because he definitely made our night tonight with that one.
Thank you.
Next question comes from Paul Hudrick.
Hey Danny, just as a veteran guy who's seen a lot of players, seen a lot of young players come up, what have your thoughts been on Matisse Thybulle so far, especially over the last few games? And tonight he has to guard LeBron for a little bit. Just what have you seen from him?
I love his activity. I love his energy. I think he just needs more minutes behind the wheel for maturity. I just see some cheap fouls, staying down, jumping on pump fakes sometimes. But outside of that, his reflexes are one of a kind. He's got cat-like reflexes, very good length, and knows how to get angles. And just the biggest thing to him is just staying solid and not gambling. That's just part of being a young player. But his activity and the things he does for us on defense and the floor are great, and it gives us a good boost. So we're going to need him for sure down the stretch.
Thanks.
Anytime.
We'll do two more, starting with Jackson Frank.
Hey Danny, when you first got here, you talked about how you can kind of help some of the perimeter players learn how to play off of Joel.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously Ben is kind of a different type of perimeter player because he doesn't really, works on the inside mostly. How can you help him kind of play off of Joel? Or do you give him any tips or anything, even though it's maybe a different skill set than what you can do as a floor spacer?
I mean, they've been playing with each other for years before I got here, so they know each other well enough. My key is not more so of making him or helping him figure out how to play off it, but making him figure out how to make us play around him. Just be more aggressive, I guess, and taking his shots and not allowing teams to play him in the paint or backing up off him. Attack them, get to that rim, make some actions happen. Go set a screen, figure some things out, and then we'll work around him. Obviously, pick and choose, play around Joel, and Joel said When he's in the post, he just goes dunker, finds, or good underneath the rim and seal. That seal, he'll get either easy layup or on the glass, or he brings the defense to him as well, and we have open shots on the weak side. So I think he knows that, just understanding the game. I think at the end of the game, we could have did a better job of getting him off the ball and not bringing it up against Schroeder. When you put a small guy like that on him, we got to take advantage in other areas. Have somebody else bring the ball up and feed Ben, and we play around him.
Last question goes to Keith Pompey.
Hey, what's up, Danny? How you doing?
Good, you?
I'm well. Hey, I know you said this is all about a business, but what was this? What does this victory mean personally to you? 4-9 and threes, 14 points.
I mean, it goes without saying, man. I think anybody knows anytime somebody can play against their former team and get a win, especially, former champions, you want to play well. Obviously, I think I could have had, one or two ones that I let get away from me defensively as well. I felt like I had a couple possessions where, I wouldn't say fell asleep, but I let a guy get an edge on me, which I'll watch. But we're still learning those guys. Our first time playing them, we'll play them again. But so to get a win, and is always a plus, and makes anybody happy when they can beat their former team.